finally, it looks like Optic have found their footing in this game, found their pacing in this game. And there is Trippy trying to get Optic going. It's 4 dead here for Quadrant, and this is the chance that Optic need to take.
Certainly getting the Optic Gaming fans in the crowd excited. Another one comes in as well. Can they get in its tracks? Let's not forget it was 181-1, and now it's 197-144. This has been a 150-point, nearly unanswered run for Optic Gaming.
And I said it might be the most difficult path that Optic have to go down if they want to get back in this series well. They're starting to find their footing here.
Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy team took the hill. Enemy about to score. Enemy team scored. Hill incoming. Hill ready. Enemy team took the hill.
You always got to evaluate your neutral scenarios as to
For sure.
when and why you charge. Right there, Optic was getting points on the board and was not required to make a move. It was complex.
Whoa, my word. Okay, Formal, let's relax there. Leave some for the rest of us, but
The hill.
he's able to get a few big shots on that one. They're controlling the map so effectively, and Complexity have just really struggled to be able to get a foothold in this one. And they're about to cap this one again if they, well, they have 3 down here, but all it takes is 1 big clear, and Optic get a 2nd point on the board.
That's correct, and right there, Lucid's just going to buy some time. Not any fear of having to get them out of the hill right away, but Lucid decides to challenge over towards Sneaky and towards Hydro. Gets them both to back down. That's going to be 2nd point on the board. Looks like we have a little bit of a different Optic than we were seeing earlier in pool play today.
They didn't even need a full clear for that. 2 players was more than adequate for it. And that was off the back of just Lucid's presence alone.
Ridiculous plays out of that. Carmea went through, took down MVP Lucid in a 1-on-1, and then gets a stick out to Formal. A literal 2v1. He comes out, takes out both of them with his 1 life. You can't ask for a better trade ratio than that.
But it doesn't feel like they've been able to effectively
Yeah,
play
they're not
off of it.
capitalizing off it,
That's
which is
the
a bit
problem.
surprising. Yeah, if you're having stellar individual performances like that or moments like that, oh my god.
Sweet baby! Love to see it! Of course, he's got nothing left in the tank
Starting
for
to
the
kick
shot
those
with him.
trash bags out there. It's like, all right, here's some more trash. Throw it down to the
Get
pit.
out of here! Get out of here! Of course, though, that's going to be a 3rd capture, and this is very... What we're watching right here is
Decide to
just...
go for that 4th point, or they go for rounds of slaying.
Yeah, they're really putting that pressure and putting the clock as like almost a 5th man on the server there against the Complexity. And it also certainly helps when you have players like Lucid who are just hitting some really great shots. And the same thing with Formal. Everyone in Optic are doing exactly what they need to do as they've managed to pin down a few of these guys. And when you actually think about like, oh, no, that is just mean. That is mean. That, no! He did it again, Dave! He did it again for the win! That's so mean!
I feel like they don't have over towards Cafe, they don't have LR fully under control, but looks like Lucid gonna drop a couple kills. Third kill coming on to King Nick, and that's gonna be Sniper as the reward there for Trippy from Optic.
Yeah, and he's looking players are gonna stay back, and then it's almost like they send the other two as like rabid hounds, and they're like, sick them, and then they go right after them each and every time, and it's working out beautifully for them. It's working out beautifully for Trippy as well. He's looking for another one. Challenge around the corner though, might get the no scope, does not happen for him. Gorgeous.
Great use.
Finally gets picked.
Staying alive, but kind of falling into Trippy's trap. A situation like that, it's trappy right there. I mean, just sitting over there at the dummy ramp, there was no one in position to finish off the kill on Trippy from Complexity. So a situation like that, Trippy's gonna trade damage all day long and say, guess what, we're gonna have multiple angles on the tunnel. I'm gonna get help fast. And that's a sort of risk reward that these players are always assessing, especially the top players are saying, who's going to get help first? If I'm going to get help first, I'm going to challenge this or I'm going to buy some more time. And Trippy just traded time with Guilty and got the help.
Oh, well, only a few seconds remaining. And that's going to be a triple kill for Formal, but it doesn't matter. He gets the overshoot.
Triple cap. It's in tight. Blue spawns for FaZe. Lucid happy just to survive on you, Ben. Has the help of Formal if he needs it. FaZe turned their attention towards A, but they've kept Frosty in Cafe. Put down some damage. APG gets sniped by. FaZe have captured A, but lost two members in the process. It's Royal 2 and Renegade.
Here we go.
Have to fight back to back with one another. And there goes Royal 2 and Optic. Look like they're going to lock in a triple cap once more.
This is the Optic that we needed to see. We need to see them competitive and show what they're made of today. And they're still trip capping here against FaZe, ticking up to 130 points. And it's about the collapse from Lucid. He saw players were weak, he gets into blue, and then as soon as he gets that call that there's players in yard that are weak as well, instantly getting behind, instantly flanking, and they are taking advantage of a heavy points total right now.
For now. Lucid down driveway. Renegade faced up on Soda, comes out on top of this one. As he now starts to convert B, and the blue spawns continue to come for FaZe. Optic, they're scoring again.
Optic are scoring again, and the Death said it. They wanted to hear an Optic listening how the comms are. Let's jump into one and see what's going down.
Just wind up Cafe and coming. Absolutely. One shot Sneaky, guys. One shot Sneaky. Give me a sec. Nice. Four dead. All dead. Be ready to nade yard. Right here. I have no nades. Minigame. Snipe is down. Watch out, Tom. Hey, wait. 6 by top. Nice. Another one red. I'm looking still. I'm nading you guys. I'm nading. One shot. One shot dead. Yo, hold glass, guys. Absolute hotel, guys. Absolute hotel. If you look at him. One's on B. That's fine. Yo, lift it up, guys. Lift it up. On snipe. At C, guys. At C.
And this game has gotten away from FaZe Clan. Optic are still dominating. Optic are ticking up, and it's going to be 250 on the board. What a game one! I think they could maybe steal this one away from FaZe, and then suddenly that is so much pressure on FaZe Clan's shoulders. They cannot afford to allow those rockets to be easily transferred into the hands of the likes of Lucid, who you know full well will be more than happy to put his body on the line to try and grab them.
Optic have been dealt with for too long. Questions were asked. Are they about to double their series lead here? We're straight into it. On board with Trippy now, with rockets in hand. And that was too easy.
Too easy. So easy we didn't even see it. But it is also the high side that Optic did spawn on. Typically it is far more comfortable to engage those rockets. It's successful rocket number one onto Renegade. And now it's just about putting them to use. And sometimes just holding those rockets is a power play enough, and you're going to see other teams avoiding that channel. So this is why Trippy's making the move over towards Pink to try and play a little bit of Ring Around the Roses and get the surprise rocket, which he does.
Double kill for Trippy. Royal 2, front C. Nothing to separate these two here on game 2.
And I agree, I think that probably bodes better for FaZe, considering they haven't got those rockets, but big nades like that can lead to big moments as Lucian's able to push forward and maybe capitalize off the damage, but Counter styles on display there as well. APG had the sniper rifle, but pulls his BR out to help his teammates because 2 players were pushing. So when we saw Drippy get hold of it, you're only up against 1 person. Hitting that body shot can be absolutely crucial for trying to win the 1v1 as it's a double for Formal. Optic are still scoring. FaZe starting to scramble a little bit over towards scoreboard, but that nade is not going to help. We might still have a chance to keep it alive for FaZe, but again, too much time surely has been gathered by Optic, and they take the lead 2-1.
Renegade dives in, but his back turn.
Oh, wow.
All 4 dead. Formal. Doing Formal things.
It's so difficult with the way that grenades can just fly at you off spawn, but they try as they might. The nades miss because Renegade just pushes ahead of them. Does have a player behind him though, but Trippy sneaks in. That's massive. Can he sneak this point away? He does! Trippy comes in and steals it from right under their nose.
Trippy the thief of the night.
For Optic to start thinking about playing time. That's why you saw them managing to grab so much time and also grabbing that overshield. Could this be a game-winning overshield here for Optic Gaming? Oh, well, 3 dead.
Yeah. Enemy about to score.
Here comes the push. It has to be perfect. It has to be surgical. Royal 2 down to little to no shield. Snake bite, unaware of his position. And Formal secured 2. Frosty's lined up and could be his latest victim. 3 dead. It's all on Frosty here to make a play. It's delayed. He goes down. He falls. Optic Gaming are in control.
That was all 4 dead temporarily, but it's going to be a spawn over towards House. But it needs to be a quick push here from FaZe. They have managed to get the player out of the hill so they can take their time a little bit, but now with players stepping back in, it's one last hurrah here for FaZe. Otherwise, they'll be going down to the elimination bracket.
Royal 2 waits on big door. Big grenades back him down. Snakebite recognizes the situation, has to get in, has to delay. He can't do so. Formal's got 2. Formal's cooking. And Renegade holds the hill. It's all on him. Frosty slides in as well. Melee down. He's looking to brawl. He's using mixed martial arts anyway to secure this hill.
This is so close though. Formal just trying to hold this one. Hold this one for Optic Gaming. Let the remaining teammates spawn. And now the grenades come. Here comes the Optic push.
Here comes the boom. Do they have what it takes to hold? Frosty slides out. He's down to no shields. He will go down. 3 dead here. Optic Gaming have the hill, but they need to clear out Royal 2. They've done so successfully. And Optic Gaming secures a clean sweep. Killing spree for the Penguin. 2 down for Optic. Both members positioned over towards training in mid-bridge. An overextension from Lucid and a backstab in a pinch. Perfect movement. We'll make sure this flag won't move. Rocket's also picked up. Overshield will be elsewhere. Repulses the grenade and hits him with the rocket return to sender. Training. Trying to get things going on that side. And they've managed to take control of SSG's tower, which means they will be spawning towards flag and indeed the Mangler. Bound down to no shield, but it's back to a corner. Backs to the walls here for SSG. As Trippy gets the flag out, tosses it towards the plat.
3 dead.
This is a moment then. This is the opportunity. Flag touched. This one's alive. Trippy fumbles it for just a moment, but he's picking up some damage along the way. He can't get it down long haul. Is there anyone on hand to get the pickup? Yes, there is. APG. Who else is be there with objective on the mind?
Was that spawn over towards Mauler? That's the real question, but it's okay. It looks like they're still hands-on. Formal can get the touch, and Formal will get the cap. All tied up 1-1. A collective effort from Optic Gaming, everyone playing their part to make sure that flag got all the way home. Rockets up in 5 seconds. Penguin gets his face ripped off. Stella could be the next, takes the body shot.
Formal puts him away. Double kill. An opportunity to seize Rockets and seize control of this game in the latter stages. Rocket fired. Rocket finds a home. APG on hand to fire one more. He also connects. 3, make it 4 dead for Space Station.
And Optic have got control, and Formal's got the snipe! And this is the perfect chance for Optic to run this one home. Formal can watch all of the angles. They just need to get it through long haul. They've got all the pieces they could possibly want. This is going to be 2-1.
Flag has the overshield. It's going to be such a difficult stop. It can't be done. Optic take the lead.
What a turn of events for Optic Gaming, and all off the back of just a couple of big kills from Formal, a couple of big snipes. It's now a killing spree, the previous series, and they are feeling themselves a little bit more than maybe the previous events. Not getting down on themselves as much. And a positive attitude seems to be the key to success here for Optic Gaming, as Formal has the sniper rifle quite rightly again. This man's on fire.
Formal turned up. Penguins top middle, continues to jiggle peek. Formal will survive. We're all tied up. APG and Stellar have hit the respawn screen, which will continue having us here at a deadlock. Overshield has popped up and Eco's got his hands on his second successive one. Will this one be more successful than the last? We're about to find out, as Optic Gaming with 3 guns trained on the man. Make sure Overshield is no more.
The Optic Gaming communication is on point as they rip that overshield away from Eco, and one way to prove the communication is on point, let's jump into a listening with OG.
Hamid walking at it, two here, I think.
Make him push sandbags.
Nice, A flat, guys, A flat, remember.
Fight with me.
Positive, it was also all the right things being said. At some point they were talking about low key, high key, I don't know what the kids say nowadays, but it's a 3-kill lead. And I tell you what, it's going to be key, is making sure that they get this next overshield.
Overshield picked up. Trippy. Flies towards Bound. Gets one. Penguin backs away. A little bit of poke damage. Ultimately falls to the hands of Lucid. Stellar also down to no shield. Trippy gets that one too. Eco, the latest victim to join him. And all of a sudden, there's some real breathing room between Optic Gaming and SSG. The duo will ensure he survives. Penguin and Eco will spawn towards C. And they're just throwing bodies forward here, SSG mindlessly, as though they know the jig is up.
It's so difficult when you find yourself this far behind against a team who knows the map and mode this well as Optic Gaming. Because you want to be aggressive, you want to try and push the narrative your way, but it's so difficult and angles are being watched as Trippy picks up the double. Could have been the triple. 23 seconds left. SSG still on top. They just need to hold out this hill. They didn't know where the hill was going, by the way, but Elamite at least was on form to make sure he knew he'd done his research. As 2 go down for Optic Gaming. 12 seconds left.
Enemy team took
They've got a member in the hill, but just as quickly he gets out, they get the kill. Lucid gets 1, 2 dead. Stellar has to be an influence here. He can't do so. It has to be a perfect hold from Optic Gaming.
This is still doable, and I think Optic know it as well. If they can get the first onto Eco, then they'll have the extra player on the map. This is still achievable for Optic Gaming. 8 seconds left on the clock, but they cannot afford to slip up. They cannot step out of this hill.
It's still on the cards. Optic Gaming still have a member in the hill, but all of a sudden they're getting garbage truck spawns. They're getting influenced elsewhere. 2 go down for Optic Gaming, but they've still got Formal in there. He gets the kill, and he captures the hill.
We're going to overtime. Still a chance. 1 minute on the shot clock. Formal gets the opener. APG gets a second. 3 are dead. Optic Gaming now can push in. Eco, he's caught in no man's land, really, and they want to shut him down. They want to take him off snipe here so they can get the coverage, so they can get the vision.
Trippy chases him S1. Eco was ready for it. Trippy gets all up in his face and lands a haymaker.
2 dead for SSG. Penguin 0 for 1 in Rocket's hit. That Shroud actually gives him the chance to push up. Makes the second one connect though and will continue to push, but APG holds strong. His BR still as solid as it has been for the last decade.
Steady as a rock, reliable. APG in that situation. Plasma grenade goes down, doesn't do any damage, thankfully. As the gangster slides towards garbage. Trippy's got a kill with the Bulldog. Penguin will also join him. Bound goes down. Three's not too careful. He puts it in reverse towards Caution. Do they know all 4 members are positioned there? APG will go down. And Trippy tries to capitalize on the damage that he's done. 3 dead for SSG. Optic Gaming are piecing it together.
Yeah, I think they realized very quickly Space Station were holding hands in the arcade. It's a perfect for Trippy. It's a 3-kill lead now for Optic Gaming.
Kill game, but that could very quickly change.
1 kill could be enough though. 1 minute 30, 43-43. The second rocket connects and we're all tied up. One push could be everything here for either team. Optic are on the back foot. They are trapped at A at the moment. And look at Space Station Swarm, but Eco goes down. Numbers in favor of Optic, and Optic get 3. It's 46 to 43 here.
Optic turned this one on its head. They played the Uno reverse card. Trippy challenges on Statue, but Penguin hits 3 of the best to get the kill. He hits 2 more. 2-kill game. Optic need 2.
Did not go well. They need to plan accordingly. Use the grenade you have available, but Formal gets 1.
It's all over. Optic Gaming claim the scalp of SSG. They're going to winners finals.
Red ATG in the back of the base, identifying where a few of them are going to be. Hanging out by the B Street steps. Got some help there too, so Trippy gets himself 2 for that one. And that's going to slow things down for Native Red, but Optic can now add a little bit more to the board here. But not if Native Red has other plans. They're trying to put the pressure on the APG, but he's trying to live by the 5 rules of dodgeball: dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dodge. And he does it.
Great play there by APG. First faking like he's gonna run that towards Bulldog/Cafe, and then reverting back towards the tram. Now we've seen Native Red break the last 2 setups flawlessly. Can they do it a 3rd time in a row? And here comes all the damage from Lucid. Gonna trade those kills out.
About that there, right? Near the Bulldog. Here comes Sentinel Beam for the support, looking to just fry them with a microwave. Gets the killing spree. Might add a little bit more to boot as well. I believe the Rockets were gonna be nabbed. So we'll see how this ends up panning out here. As Trippy continues to linger about, it's going to be another frag for him, and the Rockets grabbed by Trippy. This will be Optic's first grab of those pivotal power weapons to try and swing the game back in their favor, and they've been able to add on a lot of time with that ball, Dave.
Look at this, Trippy just waiting for players to round the corner, buying some time, and this is a strong, successful setup here for Optic Gaming. All the other setups have been broken so quickly, but really pulled away with that lead. Native Red were successful in breaking those setups majority of the time before they were punished. We're gonna have to see if they can do it right now. Lucid knows the player's weak over at B. Taking a one-on-one stairs. And the press tries to run away, but Lucid says no.
Not today.
Almost just put it in the hands of Optic. Optic did not have to break that full setup. They just scooped that ball near the ball spawn, and now they have it over at Tram.
Yeah, it felt like Native Red thought they had a little bit more comfort in that situation than they ended up having, and it just pays out really well for Trippy and the rest of Optic.
Either more comfort, or they play balled it way too early. You can hold it out over towards top tower and force the team to have to push all the way across the map instead of just toss it to them in the bottom center.
Trippy doing work with the Stalker rifle. 19.
Looks like Trippy caught off guard over at the balcony. Gonna have to back down. Not gonna be a factor here during this power weapon.
They're gonna have to make a play here because the time is ticking. Lucid's got the rockets, and with those rockets, it's gonna be near impossible for Native Red to try and make this push happen. There goes 1 kill. You got 5 points left. Optic looking to start this one off with a statement. Native Red needed the ball game if they wanted to really get into the series, but Optic says not today. And face is all over the place, and there really wasn't much
Look at that. I did not see how he got those rockets. Still saying before. I was like, Trippy has no chance to get those dockets, but Lucid doing a perfect setup over at the dumpster for those final rockets.
Trippy, of course, going to continue with the success of that last game, and this time he's going to reward himself with the camo. That's exactly where Soul Snipe's going to be. And also, him using this particular weapon here, I'm sure there are a lot of new players watching today, and you're like, why is he using a Magnum when you have a BR? Well, that pistol just shreds. It is a very strong weapon, especially with that camo. Oh.
I'll add a little caveat in there. When you're playing big team battle and you're nobody near, oh my God, triple kill for Trippy. He knows the final player is still over at the elevator. And it's gonna fall. Oh, great.
She's popping out.
Backside half.
Nice. One guy long.
There's Camo still somewhere.
One guy long, okay. C-pot, I think they're both C-pot.
Yeah, I'm still watching for our elbow.
Long. Go behind long.
Could be A off. Camo's here.
Go hit long.
Long. Camo.
Kill one more right now.
Okay.
Hey, jumping up glass.
There's still tower. Bottom tower half.
Nice.
Yeah, bottom tower half. He's one shot.
And he does. Manny manages to break through, and Soul Snipe still stays alive. That's going to be 3 down, Walsh. This is looking like a flag cap here for Native Red.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to stop this one, Buzz. Lucid, MVP in the back of the flag. He gets the kill on Soul Snipe.
2 down.
He gets the pull. And the double. Lucid staying alive on the Native Red flag. He's gonna try to get this recovery soon, and he's sitting on it. Suppressed, the last one alive. They know the spawn's over at Fridge, and that is gut-wrenching for Native Red. They thought a almost guaranteed flag going in turns into a counter cap.
This man is a menace. Lucid is alive. Lucid is a problem. 2-0 for Optic Gaming.
Kills traded out early on here, 3v3.
Trippy's going to be weak. Oh, it doesn't matter if he's weak because he's found himself a shock rifle. And that evens it up. Space Station just about managed to convert that hill, though. It will be 1-0 to the team who are dressed in red.
Despite the kills, despite the chaos there, Trippy did well to get into tower and to hit that shot from the crates. However, Space Station will get your first kill on the board, maintaining this advantage and the pressure. This should be the hill.
This should be the hill, but there might be a chance to flood here because two players from Space Station have fallen. So Lucid's going to challenge. Lucid's going to go in. And the sidekick. The handy gun to have in that situation. Trippy now trying to fly in on Stella. Gets the kill, doesn't get traded out. Optic will break, and once again, we're in a situation here where it's millimeters between the two teams on this hill.
This is going to be deja vu all over again here for Space Station. Take a look at the hill. Look at this, 1 point away. Eco tries to challenge. Can he get it?
Eco trying to challenge, but here comes Formal. He gets that kill. Optic still inside of the hill on Optic. Once again, clutch up in the last few moments of that hill. They're up 2-1.
And one is
well, he's getting in and he's coming out with 2 kills.
Hey, look at that. You see Lucid looking left and right, screen watching his teammates' screens to see those 2 deaths take place. That'll give SSG the lead now, 12-10.
1 kill here, but you would expect maybe a trade to come through unless Optic
find
themselves being held down by Lucid. It's a double kill, it's a triple kill.
Right here. Yo, they're Vant, Penguin. Twice. So bottom end, for base. Our base, watch out, watch out, center about that.
Nice. Find their side, guys. Find their side for me.
One is still their Vant.
Kill their side.
Pushing. I'm going for it. They're one side, weak, go. I'm here, is he weak? Yeah, weak. Let's shoot that one. They're caution. Caution.
He's one shot their bed. Nice, guys. Two dead. One shot.
Great. He got me.
There's one elbow.
One just spawned.
Long.
Two up.
Make sure we get kills if we need to.
Come on.
Here's the back. Hit that. They're gonna go E1.
Bottom end, on their front base. I blew the snipe off the map. One's their elbow.
Where's he going?
I think you're good. There's no snipe. I blew it off the map.
Yo, our elbow, guys. Our elbow.
They still have the advantage. Can they convert? That is the big question. Shots like that from Formal will help. 3 dead again for SSG. Optic Gaming poised to get a game-tying cap. Can they do it with 1 minute 37 left?
Formal spotted the overextension as well. Bound taken down. Formal in a great position to take down these respawners. Can't quite connect. But where is that flag? It needs to be moving here for Optic.
Hasn't pulled yet. They're trying to get these kills first. Not enough kills. Trapped on the elbow, though. Here comes Optic Gaming.
1 grenade can take down 3 players here. Oh! Formal boots the door down.
Optic Gaming needed just a little bit more pressure on tower from the first BR from Needles. They weren't able to do that. It kind of let Bounds really get away with murder on top.
Oh, Trippy once again. King of the green box at the moment. 4 dead for Space Station. Stella just come off the respawn. As Optic Gaming once again push across that mid-map. Trippy just waiting for the help to come in from his teammates. Bound trapped in the corner. Survives for now, and Lucid gets that first pick. Now the push could be executed here by Optic. Bound taken down. Here comes the push. There's the repulse again. 4 dead for SSG. That flag's on the move.
Beautiful by Trippy. Look at him on the pit box there. A little bit of damage into cuts. Comes around. Gets more damage into Stellar. Knows that Bound is still there. Finishes the kill on Bound. And repulse into the flag means that flag is coming home for Optic Gaming.
Optic Gaming run it home, and all of a sudden the Optic fans make a little bit of noise here in Fort Worth.
Like we said, they needed a reason to believe. They needed something on the board. And it comes in the form of the first flag cap and the first item on the scoreboard for Optic Gaming here.
And now he's got a rocket to play with as well. Bound has that overshield though. PPG does a great job to negate that. Now, if he can take Bound down, there might be an opportunity for Optic across the map to get a flag moving. Formal was taken down though.
Custom. 2 guys are custom. They're hitting our training. 2 hitting our training right now. 2 hitting our training.
Our cuts guys,
when they went back. Our sword still.
I want to go.
Our sword still a sniper.
Our sword snipe, I got one.
Two.
Sword window, Going our core, I think.
Our core sniper. One shot.
He's our green.
Flag green.
We got flag guys.
Nice, Joey. 2 dead.
Might be back in this series.
What a story Trippy's been across Halo Infinite. He's becoming one of the best players in the game. Game in, game out, statistically. Cheeky backwhack as well. Alongside the mid-bridge, as you say, less than 5 minutes left in the game, and Optic Gaming, for the first time in our grand finals, is outslaying their opponents. Right now, it's 49-36 in the slay category.
Lucid trying to stay alive as well, but the help is now coming, and all of a sudden, Space Station have pressure on the Optic base. Formal has to win this. Formal does win this. And Formal might be able to take down Stella as well. Huge defensive plays from Matthew Piper.
Is that 1v1 an indication? Is that telling us that we have a different Optic Gaming in these grand finals? That's the question.
Formal picks up another kill as well. The Rockets have been used up here. As Lucid goes forward, it's 3 dead for SSG, and there's an overshield in front of you. Another one. Picked up here by Lucid, and Optic looking different.
4 dead. Penguin's your first spawner. He tries to get sneaky in the corner. Lucid was wise to it. He'll trade again. It's another 4 dead for SSG. Here comes what could be Optic's second flag run.
Has to hit some more shots. Penguin's got to snipe himself as well. So this could be a battle of snipers right now. Lucid, if he hits a body, if he hits a head, then Optic move 1 step closer to maybe closing this game out and going up 1-0 in the bracket reset.
Look how Trippy and APG stack long haul. You can almost bet they're going to get this kill. They do. It's a perfect piece of teamwork there. Take a look. Lucid just quarterbacking from the top turret. He's able to tell exactly what they need to do around the long haul and the needles to pick up those kills.
Got to do the long haul.
What can Formal do here? Formal and the kill feed will be big. He does get at least 1 trade. OS drop is here is big, and Lucid's going to win that 1v1.
4 dead for SSG. The defensive play works. And now it's time to go forward. 1 minute 50 on the clock. Optic have rockets. They have Lucid with snipe, and they have an overshield. Go and win the game, Optic. You can get this first one on the board.
APG realizes it's go time. 2 dead. He's going to fly in, just clear out the other side of the mauler. Eco's your last player alive here. He gets him without trading. It's big. That'll be another 4 dead. That flag will continue running, and you can bet it is going home.
APG is decimating. For Optic Gaming, he clears the way for Trippy. As the green wall get loud, it's 1 flag at the moment, but in about 5 seconds time, it's gonna be 2. Optic with their second flag on the board.
And with 1:12 on the clock, you feel like that is the salt in the wound, the icing on the cake for Optic Gaming and the green wall. Wow, 60 seconds left of defense for Optic Gaming.
Bounce steps on that, you would say, for SSG if they are perfect with this run.
30 seconds remaining.
Looks like it's not going to happen, though. 2 dead, though, for Optic. Trippy with the sidekick. Pressure coming in now. 20 seconds left on the game clock. It will have to be back-to-back. It will have to be perfect. But again, you've got to deal with Formal. He'll find 1. He'll find 2. Making a triple Formal! 3 dead. He shuts down SSG single-handedly.
Seconds away from the overkill. But what's most important, as Lucid looks towards his teammates, for the Optic side is they will take game number 1 of your grand finals reset. Let's get into it. Listen.
The scan on our cage so that Joey can maybe just rock it.
I know, I will.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's there.
No, I'm just saying, we should just use it. It's going to spawn up soon.
Okay, actually, right.
Yeah. Just use it. It's going to be on our cage.
Just use it
arcade.
off that wall.
Yes, use that rocket, Joey. Use that rocket.
Stay alive.
Yo, two driveway.
I'm here.
We're knocking out.
Yo, look at me.
Behind you.
Yo, watch our arcade.
It's all you.
I'm backing up.
Driveway. Real. Another one, red.
In red.
You can tell just how much this game means to these two teams. It will completely change the direction of this series.
Here comes the push. Formal moves in, Formal gets 1, traded out immediately. Trippy has to use that Shroud though to keep himself alive. It's still a 1-kill game. Trippy moves in. Stella, 1v1, won't win it. Trippy comes out on top of the trade again from Eco.
48-47 here, 1 kill separating the 2. Avoids the nade bound though, ties it up at 48.
Lucid has the Stalker. Rockets coming up as well. Would be a surprise to see someone grab them.
Look at Penguin. Penguin's going bottom.
Look at the play that he's making. Eco gets 1. Penguin gets surprised. Lucid gets 1. It's all tied up. 49-49. Trippy wins it. Trippy wins it for Optic. They're going to get a comfortable reset here as well. Eco trying to skulk around the back of the Hydro. And I tell you what, that timing on that jump, pretty good from Trippy. Will maybe send Eco off the map here. No, gets the beat down, but most importantly, stays alive with the camo. Shock! Oh my God, speaking of shock, Stella just got 1. So did Bound.
What is going on here? Trippy with the grapple and then
He's
the
swiping.
back of the neck. Just at the perfect angle there. I think he was at the 46-degree mark to just perfectly hit that back of the neck and then counts as a back smack. That's a trip cap for Optic.
Eco trying to push across the mid-bridge. Beheaded. Whitey still trapped inside of the garage as well, and SSG just hunting them down at the moment. You can see the Penguin can't find anyone to shoot at the moment. Finally it does, and then there's too many of them. Optic come out of the cracks. Now there's the first pick from Lucid. However, APG has no idea there's someone behind him. He's trying to help the players in the hill. Maybe just a little bit of tunnel vision there. As Stella was being a nuisance, but Lucid has got the kills. Lucid has broken through, and Lucid, with that double, has given control to Optic.
Look at this. Stellar in bounce positioning. This should be an Optic kill.
SSG so close. But if we learned anything, the close isn't good enough in this game time. Optic break at the last second. SSG fall. And Optic up 1-0.
And so important that APG gets that melee on Mud. If he doesn't get that melee on Mud, you're going to have a lot more tower pushes coming in from this side from SSG. Instead, that melee alone keeps them at bay, and it will lead to an Optic Gaming point on the board.
Overshield here for APG as well. There's another kill for him. Penguin sent down the chimney. Lucid will be collecting the pieces. Bound, he'll be picked off as well. It's 1 by 1. Space station are falling. And Optic starting to flow.
Eco barely gets away to scoreboard. That will result in spawns coming in for the SSG side, and APG just picking them off 1 by 1. This is more points on the board for Optic Gaming. Here comes the guns push.
APG still stood inside of that hill. Will get the trade. It's 2v2 at the moment. Lucid cleaning things up though. Bound with a 2-shot beatdown. Will get the kill. Trippy looking to chase it down instead. Says, you can survive for now, Bound. But I'm coming back for you, buddy. Eco. Challenges smartly as well. Trippy can't hit. Looked like he couldn't decide if he wanted to try and hit the no-scope or back down. Instead, Formal now has the side to play with.
Look at this play. Look at this play. Jukes Penguin out. Very nice angles there to jump down into dummies and come right back up the ramp. And now just continuing to deal damage across top middle.
It's an uncontested hill for Optic. It's going to be 2-0, and Formal puts a punctuation on it.
Popping and the hill rotate at everything. Now 2-0, 340 left.
3 dead. SSG 3 dead as well. Eco might be going down as well. He gets the stick from the grave, or at least the kill with that plasma grenade, and keeps the sniper rifle in the hands of Optic. Lucid now picks it up. Shroud goes down. SSG needs this overshield.
Oh, I think it's going to be an Optic overshield for Trippy.
What a grand finals this is. Trippy. Overshield, heat wave. And Optic marching towards yet another hill killing spree. Double kill, 4 dead for SSG.
Stellar's your first spawner on Nest as well. Unbelievable plays here from Trippy. How many times do we see him with the heat wave? Gets the nade as well. Perfectly bounced off the tower onto the C-box, and he's not done yet. 3-0 in favor of Optic Gaming.
One more, and they will have to head to another map here with their tournament lives on the line. Optic 1 game away potentially from being called your champions. Trippy trying to survive for now. Spins back around and snaps on a Penguin. This hill, the overshield's going to be a factor as well. The Shroud could be a problem. Stella flying through, gets 2, breaks open this hill from Optic.
What happens here with this overshield? Trippy's the only one on it. He's your last player alive though.
And his shot's coming in. Trippy's going to pop it as last player alive, but SSG melt him.
Overshield melted off, but the biggest thing there for Trippy was, first of all, the overshield. He makes sure that they do not get it on the SSG side. It's an enormous play, and then even somehow on top of that, stays alive as well.
Again there as well. SSG have a complete setup around the tower. The only thing that can break it is a headshot from Trippy. Stella falls. Penguin challenges. Trippy has just broken the setup.
3 dead here for Space Station. Stellar is your last player alive.
On getting this overshield. But Lucid, he's
my
got a
God.
heat wave. And if he has the timing on Penguin, they might be able to steal this away. Optic Gaming, they're not done yet. They get the overshield, bound inside of the hill, but 3 Optic players flying at him.
They're going to flood him here. They're going to find him back tower. He's trying to hide top tower. It's not going to be easy. They have at least 2 guns on it right now. Formal takes down Bound right away. 130 left here. Still a lot of overshield for Trippy.
Optic going to a lead on this hill. Green gun doesn't connect. That could be the difference maker. No connection on the green gun. Trippy, with the overshield, forces SSG off the platform and stands strong in the hill.
He still has overshield. He still has the overshield that finally dissipates.
Penguin has to make a play. Cannot do it. 2 dead though for SSG. Optic starting to find a way back into this. A double. Lucid fancies making this a triple, but there's APG as Lucid gives him the wiggles.
Leave it to APG. Continued scoring for SSG and continued control for their side as Optic Gaming now all 4 players up. Can they make one last push count?
Oh my goodness, as if the series couldn't give you any more. 2 players from Optic fly mid-map. Positioning from Eco so good, just using the head glitches available to him, and just 6 points is all Optic need. The ball is down, and the kills are starting to flow. Here comes the push from Optic. It could be the round-winning one. They get that up ball. Lucid has it in his hands, and Optic get that round on the board and are 1 round away. Optic now. Even though they're down numbers, they keep touching that odd ball. They keep the pressure on, knowing that every second that goes past, they're closer to sending us to a game 7.
2 dead to both sides. Lucid will hold here. Well, they're going to need more than 1 hold to get back in this game, and the time on the clock is now becoming a factor. 1:35 of game clock left as well.
Again, SSG, they run out of the pink streak this time. 2 players from SSG are there. Eco's trying to close the door on them as they try and move forward, but SSG just 11 points now. But Lucid continues to slay to try and keep Optic in this.
What a kill it was from Stellar. However, Lucid eventually clears out Cafe and gets the Rockets here. SSG with 89. They only need 1 push, 1 hold to end the game.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
The Rockets are effective. But like you're saying, sometimes you're thinking we just need 1 push. But that push seems to take forever. Things start to fall apart knowing that it's 1 simple execution. And Optic have the ball in their hands and a full setup on the map.
Here comes the Eco push. This spike could be disastrous. Look at the play killing frenzy from Lucid. Cannot convert on the second though. 3 dead. Penguins are left. We will get a grand finals reset. Game 7.
Fort Worth. I want everybody on their feet for this game 7 of the bracket reset. Optic versus Space Station. They've given it their all. It's time for us to pay them back here with a little bit of noise.
Here we go. Game 7 underway between Space Station and Optic Gaming. A historic grand finals and the final tournament before the Halo World Championship. Only 1 team can take it here in Fort Worth.
Nothing complicated about this. It's all about kills and deaths. First to 50 will be crowned your champion. Lucid with some fantastic shots here with his battle rifle. Takes down Penguin. And Optic Gaming eke out a lead.
3 dead here. Seller's your last player alive on the SSG side. They find him. That leads now to a 6-3 lead for Optic Gaming. And the sniper rifle in hand for Lucid.
Game 7, grand final shots hit harder than any, if you can hit ahead of this situation for Lucid. But the game has just started to slow down for a second. Lucid trying to take some cheeky angles up onto the posters. There's a QT available, but Bound can't pop it. Trippy will slice him down before he can take away that power weapon from Lucid.
Bold play from Bound. Be down by 3 there at 6-3 and try to make that Hail Mary play. And I think the SSG side knows they only have so many of those before this game gets out of hand, and that's why you're seeing them slow it down yet again. 7-3 now. Optic Gaming still holding. Look at Formal 5-1 off the open.
Optic Gaming holding strong, holding the line, and saying to SSG, it's up to you to come and take us a little bit deeper in this game. 7-3 still the score. Lucid still trying to find angles at the moment, but no one from SSG really showing for him.
Optic Gaming's happy to play this game this exact way. Space Station knows they cannot risk continuing to let the score go 8-3, 9-3. That's why they're being so conservative in how they peek and show.
The pressure on the shoulders of these players to hit shots in this game. You can't replicate it at home. It's just a different world. 7-3 the score. Time dwindling away. And I said first to 50, well, let's just say when time expires, it's who has most kills.
Here comes the double team. Stellar is able to slide under the tag. They try to put 2 guns in yard. Wow! What a shot from Lucid.
That'll do for Optic. 8-3 the score. Double push now coming in. He still manages to tag up Eco. But now he has to play his life. The rest of the Optic Gaming crew arrive as SSG make their play. Bound in this 1v1. Oh my, Lucid!
10-3 now. And what SSG feared and what Optic would try to do has played out perfectly for the Greenwall side. At 10-3 and a fresh sniper for Lucid. Let's get to Illicit in with Optic Gaming.
Yo, one shot concrete. I lost snipe S4. Thrust snipe S4, okay?
Nice. Live, don't die. I'm playing for the
Thrust snipe S4.
Playing for the snipe.
That shit. Don't get driveway. We got driveway.
I'm gonna snipe hotel. Take your time. Concrete. Two flying snipers. Two flying snipers.
Got shots. Stay down low. Stay snipe. Yo, you hitting it. Top time. Two guys. Both weak. You're hitting bottom dip, Brad. They're definitely in us. They're definitely in us.
Behind the wall.
Yo, they have snipe on concrete. They have snipe on concrete or something.
You turn absolute.
Yo, top snipe concrete. Yo, sneaky. You turn still. You turn nice. Matt has snipe, guys. They might spawn cafe. They spawn in cafe. They're definitely spawning cafe.
Top yellow. Sell it. 2 yard, guys. Go.
Try and get out of here. Get out of here.
Down on S1, okay? Hold on.
Fire drop me.
Power guys, top mid. I'm playing for the side.
Top mid, guys. Top mid. One shot. Top mid.
Top side.
Can't. We can't.
I mean, Optic Gaming, you can see it got a little bit frantic. The game pace just rocketed only one way. It went up. And I think it was because SSG realized they couldn't just afford to just sit there and let the likes of Formal, Lucid, play with this sniper rifle and look for angles. They had to try and up the pace and put them under pressure.
On a map like this, you can't sit back, you're right. You can't wait for a rocket. You can't wait for a camel or an overshield. Solitude doesn't offer those. Instead, you need to find a way to get out of your base. But at the end of those pushes, it's still Optic with a 7-kill lead, making an 8-kill lead.
Stella got the QT, so at least he can put some pressure on. And now Optic find themselves with APG and Formal. That's the last two momentary standing players. Bound picks up one, and all of a sudden, look at the score at the bottom of your screen. It was all Optic. But of course, SSG had something to say about this.
As you say, what was a 7-kill lead? Now just a 5-kill lead. And at 10-3, I think everyone was thinking this might just be the Optic show all the way through. SSG has found composure. They found a foothold here to keep the game within reason.
Formal hits the body, but not the head. That means that Eco will survive for just a few more moments as we see the map kind of flip from what we saw at the start. Space Station now over at the snipe side, down by the truck. Formal controlling Tramp alongside his two teammates. APG gets one onto Bound though. Lucid picks up another. But can SSG get these trades? The answer is no, and Eco left on his own. It's an extension of the lead for Optic Gaming as Formal cleans up the final pieces.
A huge extension, and 4 dead, and also will recycle that sniper rifle. That'll be coming up here shortly. 23-16, 6 minutes left. And it's already starting to get out of hand if you're on the SSG side of the stage.
Sniper rifle popping, Stella has just got it. Stella needs to hit some shots here. This is their way back into this game, but look at Optic. Look at the pressure that Stella finds himself under. He can't connect. Formal can. 11-3 in a Game 7 reset from Formal.
Who else do you trust? The man on your screen. It's not done yet. Tags up Penguin. It's a 10-kill lead for Optic Gaming. Still 2 dead for SSG. 2v2 on the map. 28-18. 2 shots left for Formal.
SSG not able to make the most of that sniper that they got in their hands. But Optic, the game plan to put the pressure on, to push them back, was so strong. A killing spree for Formal. He's 12-3 in a Game 7. 12-4 now as finally that run is stopped.
Optic Gaming maintaining that lead. And as we said, against a team like SSG, and also on a map like Solitude, the game can change very quickly, and Optic Gaming knows that. They've done so well to maintain that 10-kill margin. Here's APG bottom mid.
APG does such a good job to stay alive in that situation. Trades elsewhere. Trades are fine for Optic. Stella now with the thrust. Takes on APG. He'll win that battle. The equipment certainly helps him out in that situation. And Optic, just for a second there, found themselves down numbers.
And with a 9-kill advantage. Someone needs to be careful. With a 9-kill advantage, and deficit rather for Space Station, they already know. They need to slow the game now. They needed to slow the game down 10 kills ago. This is dangerous for them. Lucid picks up another one.
4 dead. SSG on life support. QT popping up top middle. Quantum Translocator going to be used here by Lucid. And now he can get a little bit frisky. He can overextend and maybe he can put Optic on the road to championship redemption.
They even find that S1 push as well. Bound does get the kill though at S1. Lucid knows it's still there. He's going to fly right in.
10 to go for Optic. Make it 9, and now it is a case of surely starting the victory parade for Optic fans. 8 to go. Make it 7 as Formal crosses 15 kills.
15 and 5 for Formal on your screen. He's still dealing the damage. 6 kills to go for Optic Gaming. And how quick, how efficient they've been in the late game here on Solitude.
Four to go for Optic. I've said it once, I'll say it again. When you need someone to perform, when you're under pressure, you need to turn the tides of a performance. You send in Formal.
48 kills here. 1 to go for Optic Gaming.
Lucid with a snipe. Eco peaks. The question is, who wants it for Optic? Of course it's Trippy! One of the greatest series we've seen. The green wall stands tall once more. Give it up for Optic Gaming, your champions here in Fort Worth.